right, welcome to Magsland. Welcome back for those of you who have been bearing with me through all this time. Yes, I'm still in the car because, well, I still have some semblance of energy left. Because I just know when I go home, that's going to be it. I'm going to have dinner and I will get one of my bazillion different volunteer things done, and then I will crash. Because that's what's been happening lately. I know I'll go for a walk. I'll go for a walk because I'm starting to do that again, which is good. Man, my job just drains my brain in a way that I have never had brain drain before. Could be that I'm a little bit older now, and I don't know. It's just a lot of stuff. I think this job would have been perfect for me if I was 30. If I had found this job when I was 30, I think I would be more rigorous. And maybe it's not a whole like teaching an old dog new tricks or anything like that, because I am not that old. Just not that old. But there's just a lot more going on. Like when I was 30, I had a lot less going on in my life, so I could put more into my work. And I remember I was like a crazy workaholic at 30. And now that I have children and they're growing up and they're going to be out of the house somewhat soon, I mean in a blink of an eye, and all their things and stuff and marriage and house and all that kind of stuff, there's no break. Like, you either have like crazy in life and then handleable at work. Handleable? How about that for a word? Or crazy at work and handleable at life. And right now I got crazy at work and crazy life. So it's like, crazy. Anyway, a couple of things. Just going to throw it at you. One, don't tailgate. I'm so freaking tired of tailgaters. And I don't mean that just, this phone. I don't mean that even just with cars. Although that's always the biggest one, right? I'm not going to get out of your way. I'm just not. Especially if you're tailgating in the right lane. Hello? Where do you want me to go? It doesn't even make any sense. Slow down. Leave earlier. Yeah, I love, a little tappy tap, 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 just to piss them. Because if you hit me in the back, it's your fault. But just don't do it. It's just so ridiculous. I don't even like it when people tailgate like in life, like when they're walking behind you and they just have no sense of personal space and they're like right there. I don't think I've ever wanted to stand that close to a human I don't know. Like, just, why would anyone want to do that? It doesn't make any sense. And I suppose you could expound on that philosophically and, don't just hang on right behind the person you want to pass. If you want to pass them, pass them. Or if if you're trying to learn from someone so that you can then advance, let them know. Don't hang out in the back and be all creepy and weird. Just be up front. If we could all just be a little more up front with our intentions, this would be a much easier place to manage, believe me. Anyway, and the last thing, I have to say, I had a conversation today with some people who I don't really know all that well. I'm getting to know them, but they're not people I hang out with socially, so we don't have that kind of rapport. And it was a conversation, I walked into a conversation basically on gun control, which, when you're at work, don't talk about politics, right? Don't talk about religion, just because it'll get you in trouble. I don't even like to talk about those things with friends, much less with people I don't know very well, and people that I then have to consequently see every day. But I have to say, and we had both sides of the argument were around the table. Some people that they never want to see a gun, they never want to touch a gun. It just should be, we wish they would all go away. And then you have people who are super gun owners, like super duper gun owners. Love guns, love to show off their guns, love to fire their guns, really don't want, too much regulation on guns. And then we had people in between. It was probably the most civil conversation I have witnessed about gun control, which was fantastic. It was refreshing. It really, really was. No one was shoving their opinions down the other side's throat. People were actually listening. to each other and appreciating each other's opinions, which was amazing. So it can happen. If it can happen today in my circle of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There were 7 people involved in the conversation. If it can happen there, it can happen anywhere. And one of the points I made was, we can't make guns go away. They're here to stay. Let's face it. Even if we were to regulate the heck out of them, they're still around unless you were able to gather them all up and melt them all down. There's still going to be guns. The gun technology's out there. People know how to build them. People know how to make them. You can make them with your 3D printers. I mean, it's amazing. So they're not going to go away. And the Second Amendment people, I'm just going to say the Constitution has been amended before. And in fact, you're even arguing an amendment. So just chew on that for a while. But anyway, my point was that, I love to drive. I do. I love driving. I'm a pretty good driver. I drive a lot. I enjoy driving. I enjoy driving fast. I enjoy driving slow. I enjoy driving cars. I enjoy driving a little more high-performance cars than the vehicle I am driving right now. But, I can't drive. I mean, I probably could if I really wanted to. A Formula One, right? A Formula One race car. I can't drive an 18-wheeler. Legally, I can't just hop in an 18-wheeler and drive it. Too much power, too big. I'm not trained to do so. And legally, I cannot do so. I don't know if I could just go out and buy one. Can you just go out and buy an 18-wheeler, a semi, and without having... I don't think you can. But anyway, and I certainly can't just go get a Formula One race car and drive it on the road. It's the same thing with these guns. These big crazy guns that shoot a lot, shoot, and it can cause a lot of damage and be crazy. No one needs to have them. Or if you have to have them, if you can come up with an argument that you absolutely have to have them, then you have to be able to prove that you can handle them. Know how they take you. I think people should have to take them apart, put them back together. Qualify yourself. That's all. No one should be able to walk into a gun shop and buy the most powerful gun that's out there. That's an unnecessary gun, or even if you think it's necessary, regardless of the objective or the subjectiveness of it. Show that you can use it. Prove it. Have a stepped up licensing, just like we have with cars, right? I have a Class C. What do I have? A Class C, Class E license, whatever. I don't have a Class A. I can't drive this. I can't drive that. I can't even get on a motorcycle legally. I mean, I could, but I wouldn't, because I would die, or I would hurt somebody with it. And then if I really wanted to, I would learn how, and I would have to be tested and prove that I could handle it. So let's all wrap our heads around that. And yes, this Florida bill that's going up, I don't know if he signed it today. I'm not thrilled with the whole idea of putting guns in the classrooms, but everything else I'm on board with, and I think we have to have it passed, because if we don't, we're going to lose all the other stuff, the regulations on age limits and all that, and that conversation I don't think will ever be had again. So we can always pass it and then argue out the points that we don't like later. But I'm just happy the conversation is happening, and it's happening locally, and it's happening on a big scale too. So with all that being said, this is now running way long, and it's going to run longer because I can't turn it off right now. So I hope I gave you some food for thought, just some stuff to think about. And hopefully we'll be back in the closet soon. I will re-energize. It looks really nice. You probably won't notice as much of a difference as I do. But this is my longest video. Oh my God, I'm still going. All right, I'm out. Have a good one. Take care. Peace out. And have a good night. See you around the block at Bags Lane.